Elon Musk sends the media into a frenzy in his bold attempt to purchase Twitter. An ex-member of SafeMoon's marketing team gets exposed in a massive pump and dump scandal. And as the SEC approves another futures ETF, the industry begins to wonder when a spot ETF will get the green light. My name's Ben. This is your nightly crypto wrap-up. Let's get it. 10 days after purchasing 9% of Twitter and declining a seat from the table, Elon Musk decided that the only way to change the company's censorious policies would be to purchase the rest of the pie, change the rules from the inside. 7:23 this morning, the famous Tesla billionaire tweeted out, "I made an offer." The offer he made to buy the company outright was for $43 billion, a mind-boggling price for free speech. In the securities filing, Musk wrote a letter directed to Twitter chairman Bret Taylor that reads, "I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe, and I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. However, since making my investment, I now realize the company will neither thrive nor serve the societal imperative in its current form. Twitter needs to be transformed as a private company." He ended the letter by saying that if his offer is declined, he will reconsider his position as a shareholder and that Twitter has extraordinary potential. "I will unlock it." It's yet to be determined if Twitter will accept his offer or not, but they did mention that their response would be in the best interest of all Twitter stockholders. The implications of this bold purchase will send a ripple effect through the entire stock and crypto market. Twitter stock has been flying high since Musk purchased his first 9% of the company. Tesla stock reacted negatively to the news. If his bid officially becomes a purchase, Twitter's San Francisco headquarters will become a homeless shelter, and Dogecoin will most likely launch with Falcon 9 all the way to the moon. Now, speaking of the moon, let's do a quick market checkup with Frankie Candles.
Thank you, Ben. All right, guys, let's jump in and do a little market watch. Bitcoin dropping below that 40K mark once again, coming in at 39,971, down 3% on the day, 8% on the week. Ethereum hanging on to 3K, coming in at $3,017, down about 2.6% for the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our biggest losers. Nothing too crazy here. Terra Luna down 6% on the day. We got MINA down 6% on the day. We got Anchor Protocol down 6%, and then we got Theta Fuel or T Fuel down 5% on the day. Guys, some of the higher time frames are not looking very good. I am expecting a little bit more downside. We have lost 40K again. Let's hope we can get back over 40K and turn it into support, but I am leaning bearish. If you guys want to follow me, it's Frankie Candles on YouTube and Frankie_Candles on all socials. Back to the news.
Thanks, Frank. One thing that will never, ever make it to the moon is SafeMoon. I wasn't surprised when I found out that the controversial altcoin was implicated in a $12 million pump and dump. Hate to say it, but I told you so. Unraveled by fellow YouTuber CoffeeZilla, this scam was carried out by Ben Phillips, popular British internet personality who was on the marketing team for SafeMoon. At the time when Phillips was tweeting out bullish things like buy the dip in order to pump the price, he was offloading massive amounts of SafeMoon, buying fancy cars, living the scam life. Where it went wrong is when he asked his 749,000 followers to buy him a coffee. Attached to that tweet was his crypto wallet address. What an idiot. Looks like he forgot the BSC is on a public ledger. A few suspicious onlookers followed the money, blew the whistle, and exposed him for the fraud that he is. When the dust settled, turns out he bought over $4 million worth of SafeMoon on PancakeSwap, pumped the price on the internet, and sold it all over time for a little over $16 million, profiting $12 million off the scam. Looks like he'll be spending some time on the dark side of the moon. In other news, the SEC recently greenlit a futures Bitcoin ETF application from Teucrium, and the way they did it has eyebrows raising all over the industry. Long story short, all of the past ETFs were passed under the Investment Company Act of 1940, aka 40 Act. This recent futures ETF was passed under the 33 Act. This is significant because the spot ETFs that have been denied were submitted under the 33 Act, and now for the first time in history, a futures ETF is passed under the 33 Act. The inconsistency highlights that the SEC stepped on their feet, and since this ETF passed under the 33 Act, Many people in the industry are getting their hopes up that the first spot ETF will be approved in a mere matter of time. Getting a spot ETF is important for the future of Bitcoin because that would open the floodgates to crypto in the stock market, increasing the price and volume significantly. CoinDesk.com reports a NASDAQ survey of 500 financial advisors found that 72% would be more comfortable investing in crypto if there was also a spot ETF. The SEC will never make this easy on us, and they're holding off on the spot ETF until the regulation clarity is cleared up. But now, since a futures ETF has been passed under the 33 Act, it is only a matter of time, and the spot ETF is inevitable. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.